Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Valiant. This is a 2005 animated movie, a little bit about an hour and 15 minutes long or so, or 16 minutes. Um, it's a short little film, but it's big on heart. But yeah, that's kind of the tagline for the movie. It's a story of a tiny little pigeon, and his attitude was is that he wants to join the war effort, and his attitude is that it doesn't matter the length or the width of your wingspan, it's the size of your heart that matters. So he's pretty much Steve Rogers of England, the pigeon street Steve Rogers of England, except he doesn't get a super soldier serum. Yeah, he doesn't get that, but he does get to enlist in the military to join the pigeon services that they use to send messages between allied factions and things like that. Yeah, it's an actual thing that there were actually pigeons that were used to send messages between different groups to fight the war, to fight the Nazis in World War II. By the way, there's no hint of Nazis or swastikas at all in this film, believe it or not. Although is a bad guy that's Von Talon. He's a hawk, basically, that, I think it's a hawk, that is played by Tim Curry. Yes, as always, Tim Curry always plays a great bad guy. Yeah, he wears a lot of the types of medals and symbolism of the fascist regime, but not there's no swastikas, let's just say that. But this is very much 1944, World War II, and Valiant, played by Ewan McGregor. His voice pitched up kind of high to make him sound younger. He is no Obi-Wan Kenobi in this one. He's very much the wide-eyed, optimistic little pigeon who wants to play his part in the war. And he meets up with Bugsy, which is played by Ricky Gervais, along the way, and they both get enlisted. And Bugsy basically just so he can get away from the people he keeps scamming on the streets of London. But they get brought in and trained by a sergeant played by Jim Broadbent, and we get a lot of good names here. Also, Valiant is kind of inspired by one of the birds that would stop by his local small town, and his name is Gutsy. They all have a Y at the end. Gutsy, Bugsy, everything else. But Gutsy is played by Hugh Laurie of House and Avenue 5 fame, a good new show that's not on Disney Plus. But but I really like it. And there's John Cleese plays a pigeon. He's a prisoner of war, and he bugs the hell out of Von Talon. It's kind of a great bit. John Hurt is in this. I'm going through the names. Rick Mayall, the young ones, even makes an appearance as Von Talon's flunky, one of his servants. You can definitely hear his voice. So yeah, it's a star-studded, mostly all British cast, and is a British film. It's Vanguard Pictures. The animation is so-so for 2005. When there's a lot of kind of close-ups and action scenes that you imagine that probably were in the trailer. It looks great. When it's a bit wide and there's a lot of stuff going on, the textures seem very flat and very smooth, or they just look featureless, and they're not too great. It looks very 1990s level CGI characterization. But yeah, this is very much a CGI, all CGI film. So it's fun, it's cute. The Brits will probably like it a whole lot more than those of us in the U.S. But yeah, it translates well. There's not too many over-the-top Briticisms that we wouldn't understand. At least I understood pretty much everything. So I don't know. Little kids, they won't know one way or the other, but they'll just see birds going into battle. And the funny thing is, they join up with the mice, but they go to France, and the mice are the resistance in France. I don't recall there being a whole lot of mouse resistance in World War II, that they really assisted anything. The pigeons helping, yes. Carrier pigeons, that was a thing. Mice, I'm not sure so much. But one of my favorite characters in the entire thing is a mouse that you cannot say anything, you cannot say what he does out loud in front of him. His compatriot, Charles de Girl, because it's a mouse who's a girl, she's kind of running things. She tries to explain to everybody that this guy is good at sabotage. And she says it loud enough that he just goes, sabotage! He just starts lighting matches and throwing them around. He's hilarious. He's, other than Ricky Gervais, who just has that Ricky Gervais energy for the entire film, where he just keeps talking, kind of like I am right now. That mouse, which I could not remember his voice, Milo maybe, I'm not sure, but sabotage is just, if you watch it with people, it'll be a neat little reference you'll be making over and over again, a little inside joke, because he's really one of my favorite things of this film. So yeah, it's not the greatest film in the world, but it's got its moments, so it's fun. It's worth checking out if you got the time. But if you're not, you can always check out what we have tomorrow. So let's see what we can find. All right, here we go. Let's pick tomorrow's Disney Plus Everyday Challenge number 256. I think we've had this number before, but we're going to make sure. 256. 256. No, we haven't. No, wait, we have. No, we haven't. Oh. Well, it's a little bit past the season, but 256. I'll be home for Christmas. All right, we're going back to Christmas on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. So watch along with me. Get the curl up under the blanket, get the hot chocolate out, and hey, it's still winter. You can. It's. I realize here in California it doesn't always feel like winter, but go back to Christmas with me. Let's go back 2 months. And oh, by the way, if you haven't realized this already, this is the 90th episode, not counting the Mandalorian 0 episode, which we saw on the pre-day. This is the 90th episode since Disney Plus fully launched. So it's 3 months, people. 3 freaking months. So, hey, congratulations. Thanks for sticking with me and joining in on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Tomorrow we'll be home for Christmas. I'll see you then.